Listen, we got breaking news to discuss involving Ace Bailey, ladies and gentlemen. He has wrapped up his first practice with the Utah Jazz. This is spectacular, y'all. We all know that Summer League is kicking off this Saturday in Salt Lake City, and they will be headlining at 9 o'clock. The Utah Jazz will be taking on VJ Edgecombe and the Philadelphia 76ers. It don't get no better than this, ladies and gentlemen. You better buckle up. Ace Bailey headlines the Jazz Summer League roster. You know, um, this is something spectacular. We're gonna get all into this roster, ladies and gentlemen. You have some notable names. Obviously, you got Ace Bailey. You have Walter Clayton Jr. You have Isaiah Collier. I'm definitely looking to see what Ace Bailey and Isaiah Collier looks like together. You got Kyle. You got Elijah Harkless, R.J. Lewis Jr., Bryce, Jaden Springer, John Tanji, Cody Williams, Max Abrams, Steve Cow. Um, you got Cam McGriff. You got a couple of notable names, but obviously the names that we looking at is Ace Bailey, Walter Clayton, Isaiah. Obviously a couple of names down there, but I'm really looking into, you know, with how Ace Bailey and Isaiah, figure things out. Two Atlanta products. I believe that they are going to do something special for the Utah Jazz. This is just the beginning, y'all. Utah, if you see what's going on, they have cleared the deck. Right now, they couldn't get no suitors for Jordan Clarkson. What did they do? They let Jordan Clarkson go. They let go of Colin Sexton. A lot of people are from Utah. They scratching their heads on how they made that move with the Charlotte Hornets. And why would they do that? If you was gonna do all this, why not just cut Colin Sexton? I've heard that from a lot of different people out of Utah. But that's neither here nor there, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the deck is cleared for these guys. Walter Clayton, all of these guys are gonna look good, but the big piece is Keontae George. I believe that he's gonna take a next step next season, and I'm looking to see how these young guys play. And then when they get alongside of some of the veterans, when they get into real camp. But Summer League, it don't get no better than this. It kicks things off, this Saturday. They will be playing at 9 p.m. The Utah Jazz versus the Philadelphia 76ers. I repeat, it's going to be a special, special game. So do not touch that dial. We will have live coverage for you all night long. Ace Bailey. This is the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Also, in San Antonio, you got Bryce Harper. He's going to be playing his first summer league game, and that's at the California Classic. He takes on the Miami Heat. That's going to be special. You got the Los Angeles Lakers, Bronny James, and then you got the Golden State Warriors. You got Memphis, and you got OKC, and then you know what's going on. Like I said, for the main event. So make sure y'all buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the beginning. And then after all is done, they take on they will be heading down to Las Vegas. I know everybody gets caught up in Vegas because that gets so. But remember they kicking things off in Salt Lake right at home, which he would have had to possibly come to Salt Lake City anyway. But it is what it is. But on the 11th, Friday on the 11th, he will be taking on the Charlotte Hornets Con Knipple. That's gonna be a good game. And then after that, he'll be taking on the Golden State Warriors. That's Sunday. And then on the 14th, July 14th, he takes on the San Antonio Spurs, his former teammate Dylan Harper. That should be a special game. And that Wednesday, you got the Jazz taking on the Wizards. You got Trey Johnson. So you got a lot of different picks. You know, you got a lot going on. That's all I'm gonna tell you. That to see see how Ace Bailey fares. And I'm expecting Ace Bailey to get these teams best shot. Just off of the way he came in. I know that is pretty much put behind us now because Ace Bailey is a member of the Utah Jazz. Clear cut, no debate, and we don't have to worry about is he coming in or this and that. Um, I think that people are still going to have little remnants of the process and everything like that. Everybody don't agree the way Ace Bailey went about things, but he went about them. So we shall see. We like I said, we're gonna keep you posted on all things going on with the Utah Jazz. I think they're gonna have a good, exciting team. I'm not sure if they're gonna make the postseason just yet, but I know that they're going to be exciting, and they're moving in the right direction. And I want to know what they're going to do with their vets. You got Collins on this roster. What are you going to do? Are you going to trade Walker Kessler? Because I keep hearing his name thrown out a lot. He's like a wild card, because he's a really good big man. If a team could get him, I know LA would move heaven on earth to get him. He would fit perfectly with Luka Doncic, but that's for a whole nother topic. What are we gonna do with Laurie Markkinen? Like I said, what are we gonna do with these guys? Because you see what he doing with all the other veterans. The minutes these young players will play. They're going to be able to go out there, make their mistakes, and grow. Isaiah Collier, a second-year player, he's going to get increased role now with the Utah Jazz. Now that Colin Sexton is gone, Keontae George, like I said, he's a combo guard. He can go from 1 to 2. So I mean, this is just the kind of player he is. So he's going to be able to make life a lot easier once they all get in to camp. This team, they got pieces. Now it's time for them all to put it all together. That's Will Hardy's job. I think when Ace Bailey really figures things out, when all the dust settles, he's gonna realize that Utah really wasn't that bad of a move at all. Hell, it may have been his best move. This probably was his best move for his career. To start in Utah, focus on basketball. You got incredible pieces out there on the floor. It's time now. And it's time. And what way to put all of this to bed, y'all? There's only one way, and that is to ball. Ball out of your mind, because if Ace goes out there and struggles, that's going to add fuel to the fire. But if he goes out there in his first summer league game or drops 30, 27 or something crazy, everybody gonna have to pay homage. So and I believe that's what's gonna have to take place. So make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV. Ace Bailey just wrapped up his first practice with the Utah Jazz. He's geared up for the Summer League kicking off this Saturday, where the Utah Jazz take on VJ Edgecombe and the Philadelphia 76ers at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Peace and love. It's Flight Sports. Subscribe if you want more news, updates, and more. Peace.